created and enforced. The Nazis banned commercial animal trapping and vastly restricted hunting, among other things, like restricting the shoeing of horses and banning the boiling of lobsters. One fisherman was even sent to a concentration camp for cutting up a frog to use as bait. After passing many of these animal rights laws, Hermann Goering, a prominent Nazi Party member, said those who still think they can continue to treat animals as inanimate property will be sent to concentration camps.
White men being the only group responsible for things like rape, sexual assault, and misogyny? Or is it just me?
Hey y'all, it's Donna. I want to introduce you to Patricia here. She's a vegan activist, an extremist, basically a Nazi, but I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Patricia. I'm a vegan, I'm a feminist, I'm an Australian qualified lawyer. I'm not a pacifist, a moderate, or a politician. I am a freedom fighter. And while there isn't a shred of maternal instinct in this body of mine, in fact I'm a pretty hardcore anti-nationalist, FYI, that's someone who is morally against human reproduction because of the damage it causes to the earth, to animals, and to ourselves. Basically, there are no objective, identifiable reasons to reproduce your own children on this planet, therefore I am against it. This movement to make it to the 10% it requires of any given population to successfully form a revolution, we need to destroy or transform, it really doesn't make a difference to me, these apologists, pacifists, welfarists, speciesist, human supremacists, intersectional weirdos, into proper educated abolitionist activists for the animals. So we're not going to respond to every single thing Swayze said in her video about Abby and Freely, but we're going to respond to a lot of it. So most of you watching this video, you would know that my focus is on ethics, animals, and justice. However, towards the end of this video, we'll briefly cover some science and health related topics as well. So the first issue we're going to be looking at is Swayze's assertion that funding animal exploitation cannot be compared to other serious illegal crimes.
Started taking it religiously at night, and I just noticed that I was getting full restful sleep, and I was waking up and I was recovering so much better. And then I traveled, I ran out, I couldn't remember what it was, and I went without it, and it was like I had trouble falling asleep. Was like waking up and I was still achy. I was still like, I just noticed it pretty instantly.
Freely does this throughout the video, implying or even kind of directly stating that Abby Sharp is a bad person, that she's evil for promoting animal products and for taking money to do so. I've talked about this ad nauseum on this channel, so I won't harp on it too much, but basically, humans are complicated. Eating meat is not like killing a human or doing some other sort of heinous act that is illegal. Of course, Freely equates the two in this video.
Just think, rape-free Mondays, pedo-free Thursdays.
It is not illegal to eat animals. Most people do so.
Swayze distinguishes the immoral act of funding animal exploitation from the immoral act of taking a human life on the basis of legality, making a strong implication the latter is morally to the 10% of veganism, militant politics, and various other issues reserved only for the ethically and politically conscious. So there are two main long-term legal objectives for the animal rights movement. So the first is animal personhood, and that is basically that all animals are recognized under the law, they're recognized as individuals with legal personality. The second is inalienable rights for animals. That is rights that can never be taken away no matter what the context or situation. By aligning herself as vegan, yet repeatedly excluding animals from discussions of moral, social, and political equality, Swayze of Unnatural Vegan and apologist laggards like her reinforce an ideology of human supremacy and act as one of the major obstructions to these two paramount objectives. But worldwide, animals are recognized under law as property, as chattels, as things to be used and exploited at the discretion of humans. They do not have personhood under law, which is a doctrine which gives legal personality to an individual or entity such as a corporation, as the case may be. Personhood guarantees individual rights, protections, privileges, responsibilities, and legal liability. At this stage, asking for reforms and improvement in treatment of animals just isn't enough.
The Nazis created and enforced. The Nazis banned commercial animal trapping and vastly restricted hunting, among other things, like restricting the shoeing of horses and banning the boiling of lobsters. One fisherman was even sent to a concentration camp for cutting up a frog to use as bait. After passing many of these animal rights laws, Hermann Goering, a prominent Nazi Party member, said those who who still think they can continue to treat animals as inanimate property will be sent to concentration camps.